Hi everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to another ramble. It is Thursday, February 12th at 11:20 p.m. Let us kick things off. Okay, so let's see, it's Thursday. Okay, so last night after the ramble, I'm blanking on what I did. Wait a minute. I played Remaino's a Dead Man for a little bit. I'm gonna wait to talk about it until I get to where I was playing it just a little bit ago, and I'm gonna combine my thoughts so far. But then I went to bed, and I woke up today at 8. I woke up at 8, and then I didn't get out of bed until 8:25. Then I speed ran. Oh wait, no, my bad. It was way later. It was I didn't get out of bed until 8:50. So I speed running, getting dressed, and got out of here, and then got to class at 9:15. Class started, I believe, at 9:30. So I was still pretty early, despite sleeping in would be the correct term. I was gonna say oversleeping, but I don't think that's overslept. That's the one I needed. After that, I went and got breakfast / lunch because I would have gotten it after Earth History, but I knew with my meeting with the intern lady, I would not have had enough time in between Earth History and the meeting. So I went to the food place and I got 5-way mac and cheese and a cookie, because cookies solve all problems. So I had that, and they were both really good. And then I went to Earth History. I don't know. Then I sat in the hallway and watched The Wire for a bit. Then I went to Earth History, and I was still really early, and I was talking to Nick for a little bit. And then we got let in at 12:10. And I slammed my knee into the table twice, and it was very painful. And then Athen asked to move our therapy appointment from 7 tomorrow to 12:30 p.m., not a.m. We went backward in time, not forward. So now I see her at 12:30 tomorrow. Sorry. So I had Earth History, and of course, because nothing ever goes right, we were down a group member again today. So the three of us discussed the presentation and divided the workload and came up with ideas and whatnot. And then the fourth guy, we just told him what he would be doing. And so far he's cool with it. So here's hoping he actually does what we asked him to do. I know I haven't worked on it yet, but you all should know by now that my work will no doubt be done. My concern is my presentation skills. Hold on. I'm blanking on what I was oh yeah, and then I told them, because I reminded them that I would turn in the focus paper assignment that's due tomorrow by midnight. I turned it in a little bit ago tonight, though, so we are set in that regard. So then I went, and my meeting wasn't until 2:30, so I went and sat in the hallway and just kind of chilled and watched TV for a bit, listened to music, just kind of decompressed for a bit before my meeting. Then I went to the library and had my meeting. I mean, okay, it wasn't as bad as the last one, but it felt like such a waste of time. So she had me call the company that we applied for an internship at last time, and the number was not in service. Also, she had this script of things I was supposed to ask and say. I don't remember what it said, but I remember when I told my parents what it said, they thought it was stupid. and like not things that I would say, considering like I don't even have an interview yet. So then I called the next place that we thought about interning at, and they were like, we're not doing interns. And then I called the third place, and I was trying to talk to a recruiter, and I got put on voicemail. So I left a message. I don't remember what that message said though, so if it was coherent, who knows? I don't do well under pressure like that in that regard, especially with phone calls. I hate making phone calls. With somebody around me, it makes me so uncomfortable. Like if phone calls of importance, like if I'm just calling, like my parents or like one of them to like tell them something, like I can just call them like in a hallway and I'll just be cool. Like I just won't talk very loud, but so then she because we didn't really get through to where she wanted, she was like, all right, do you have an Indeed account? And I was like, no, I don't know what that is. Is it like LinkedIn? She said, yeah, it's kind of like LinkedIn. So she had me set up an Indeed account, and then immediately after that said she doesn't like Indeed, which is like is wild to me. Like, you made me set up an account for this, and then immediately was like, yeah, I don't like it at all. Well, then why are we using it? And then she had me, like, she was setting some stuff up, and she's like, here, we're going to apply you for this place called Reynolds and Reynolds, which I don't really know. But she set up the application and, like, hit the button that says I'm, like, applying for their internship. And then she's like, yeah, I don't like Reynolds and Reynolds. And I was like, why are you having me apply to them? So then she had me, like, looking at internships on Indeed, and, like, we found one in the town where I live, and then the rest, like, she had me looking at were, like, down here in this area. I do think it's great. I do think it's really funny, though, that she was like, here, look at this one. And so I read it, and the requirements for the internship were be proficient in C++ and Python, which I don't know how to do either. And I told her as such. I'm like, this is what they say they need. I don't know how to do that. No. And she goes, well, it's fine because it's an internship, so you'd be learning. And I said, and so I read it, and I said, listen, I said, the requirements say proficient in C++ and Python, and I said, so I am not either of those. And I said, in good faith, I cannot apply for this internship because I can't do what they're asking me to do. Well, okay, if you say so. Yes, I do. Don't fight me on this. So then she found another internship. She's like, read this. Okay, this internship was for an engineering position. Folks, I am not an engineer. My degree is in computer science. And even then, I hate programming. I'd rather do IT stuff. I'm not an engineer. So I'm reading this internship. And it's like, yeah, we're looking for engineers, electrical, chemical, mechanical. I'm blanking on the rest of them. None of them said computer engineer, which are a thing. None of it said that. And then I'm reading the requirements. Requirement 1, must be pursuing a 4-year bachelor's degree in engineering, which I am not. So guess what? Can't apply for that one. And I told her as such. And then she had to leave to go to another meeting. And she said, here, for next time, I want you to find 5 software companies in the area and see if they're doing internships and whatever. Okay, software company to me means programming. Guess what? I hate programming. I don't want to do this. I swear we told her I don't like programming, but here we are. I don't know. She felt like such a waste. Like, why are you trying to have me apply to a place that requires this proficiency in programming language that I don't have, and then acting like it's fine, and then trying to have me apply to an engineering position when I don't even have the right degree for it? I don't understand. I truly do not understand her logic. It just... So then I went and reported the meeting to my parents, like told them about it, and then I went to like my spot by the vending machines, had a quick snack, watched The Wire for a bit, went and got dinner at the sushi place, and then I was just like having like an episode or something. Like I was tired, I was exhausted, and I think it just piled on to like the stress and everything else going on. Because like today in my morning class, the teacher was like, I'm gonna post a new project today, and it'll be due Tuesday. Like I just, so much stuff was stressful, and I was exhausted, and I was tired, and so I was driving back from dinner, and I was like, in my head, it's like, I'm so tired, I am exhausted, but like I wasn't just like tired like sleeping. It was like I'm just tired of like everything. Like I was tired of like existing and eating and just being alive. Not to get dark and grim, it's just like I was just so tired. So I went and I got my mail from the package pickup. The box was like 7 pounds and it was gigantic, but we got it back. So I got my 3 storage boxes. I got all the hand cream sample thingies, and I got my hairbrush. Then, as I was like de-stressing as I was working on the assignment for Earth history that I said I would do, because that wasn't very hard. But after that, when I was like playing games and stuff, it kind of like dissipated and everything went back to normal. But it was really bad earlier. I'm just so tired of all of it. Like I said, we're good now, but earlier it was rough. So then I played Animal Crossing for a little bit, did the daily stuff I always do. And then I played Romeo is a Dead Man, which, like I said earlier, like 10 minutes ago, I played a little bit last night, but I was waiting until we got here to get my current thoughts. Obviously, I have not finished the game. I am not very far in the game. I finished the tutorial level, and I've started the first proper level. So basically, this game is about a guy named Romeo who almost dies and then gets given this like sci-fi technology that basically revives him. He's like half dead now, so he's called Dead Man, and he joins like the space FBI and has to hunt down these 4 space fugitives, and one of them appears to be his girlfriend Juliet, who's like all across space-time, and space-time is like shattered, and I don't know. It sounds cool. It's like a hack and slash like action game. Kind of has some it's similar to Dark Souls a little bit, and like the respawning like enemies when you rest at like a healing point, but like other than that, it's like an action game. The music is cool, the visuals are cool. It's weird, it's strange, and it's right up my alley. I will be reporting back on that game when I make more substantial progress. But right now, I am digging it. So yeah, that is pretty much everything. Also tomorrow, my second class, I am instead of going in person, I'm doing it remotely from my room, just so I don't have to rush to make it back in time for my therapy appointment. So, yeah, I think that's just about everything. So I'm going to wrap it up here, unless I'm forgetting something. But I don't think I am. So, if you liked listening to it, leave feedback in the comments below. Subscribe and turn on post notifications to stay updated on things I post. Follow me on Twitter if you feel so inclined to do so. Link for that is in the description. And as always, don't forget, your support means the world to me. I love you all, but most importantly, I miss my bestie more than anyone else in the entire world. I can't wait until I get to talk to her again, hang out with her, do stuff with her. Play games, watch anime, watch TV shows that we find interesting. I don't know why I suddenly just pictured like House in my head, which made me think of TV shows. But I miss you, bestie, and you're the best. I will be back tomorrow with another ramble. Until then, bye.